Hi, it's Sarah from Crime Stoppers Guelph, Wellington. I am at Pike Lake Golf Course here in Minto, and you are at the River Classic benefiting 4 local charities. Crime Stoppers Guelph, Wellington, Big Brothers Big Sisters of North Wellington, Get in Touch for Hutch, and of course, the River at 88.7. I have with me Rob Mattice, who is the General Manager and Morning Man for 88.7 The River. Hello, Robert.
Hello, Sarah.
And we are here at our first The River Classic golf tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe you can give us a little background as to how this idea came to be.
Well,
Once upon a time.
I can't remember exactly when, but I've always wanted to do a golf tournament with the river, and we were just kind of new, and there was so many other things going on. So this year, it kind of all fell together. I talked to some people like Crime Stoppers, and they were in, and so I partnered with 3 other not-for-profits. All of them are a little too small to have their own tournament, so
Yeah.
It was a perfect opportunity to get together and do a big thing, a big tournament.
But you have relationships with these organizations outside of this tournament, right? Like there was a logic to picking
for sure.
these various organizations.
So it's yourselves, Crime Stoppers. It's Big Brothers Big Sisters of North Wellington, who's been on the air a number of times for interview shows and so on, and also Get in Touch for Hutch. We've had Myrna on a number of times as well. So I kind of knew who I wanted to talk to at least first, and then it all came together.
That's right. And you've been planning for a couple months now to get this put together.
Oh well, we started in April.
Yeah.
How many months is that? Too much math.
Yeah, a lot of months. But it's come off very well. How many golfers do we have here today?
We have, I think we ended up with about 88 total. So
Excellent.
First time out, I think that's a pretty good number.
That's good. And hole sponsors at every hole and...
Plus, yeah, we have had a great turnout of sponsors in general, but hole sponsors for sure, yeah.
That's right, because we had event sponsors as well, various levels of event sponsors. We want to say thank you to all of them. Maybe let's give some of them a shout out. We've got Padfield Nelson.
Padfield Nelson Insurance is the hole-in-one sponsor, a $10,000 hole-in-one. I'm hoping somebody gets it.
That'd be awesome.
I'd love to see that check. We have Coldwell Banker Wind Realty. They're the cart sponsor. Scorecard sponsor was Desjardins Insurance agent Derek West in Mount Forest. Corporate sponsors, we had First Response, First On Site Restoration. They're our corporate sponsor. We have 2 others. Trying to do this from memory now. Viking Svez and Spectrum Feed. They're also corporate sponsors. Who else am I forgetting? Well,
there's a lot. We've got them all displayed. They're all getting recognition either on the course or inside in the clubhouse when we're having dinner. And dinner tonight is going to be amazing.
We're having a steak dinner with baked potatoes. So yeah, so the gift bag sponsor was Young's Home Hardware and Building Center. Can't forget that. They're actually a cooler bag, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And he donated them because he's a good guy.
Marty.
Inside that cooler bag was a custom Yeti we had made, a little 10-ounce Yeti tumbler.
Thermal cup.
Cup, which is a pretty sweet prize. And some other goodies and snacks and things. Plus, the first 72 golfers get one of these.
So all of the partners are recognized, and you understand that there's 4 organizations that are benefiting.
Correct.
Do you have anything specific earmarked for the river with the funds, or are you just looking for ongoing programming? What are you looking to do?
Pretty well ongoing. I mean, I'd like to have a little stash to accumulate for new equipment, because we've been, it's 4 years now, almost 5, so we need to start looking at replacing some stuff and upgrading it.
Updating
that's
stuff.
kind of what we're earmarking for.
And I don't think people realize when you say a community radio station, what you really mean is a charitable organization. Like you are an organization that looks for funding from the community.
Absolutely. We're not for profit, so the only income we have is doing things like this and from advertising dollars. So we don't get any handouts or any other kind of money coming in. So
keeps you on the air.
For sure. Yeah.
Excellent.
And it costs quite a bit of money to keep a station on the air for all the time, right. 365 days a year.
And just for people who haven't heard of 88.7 The River before, what is the area that you serve?
Well, the signal goes from east, just west of Shelburne all the way to Mitchell, from Fergus to Chatsworth, north and south, and we actually go Kincardine, Port Elgin as well. So it's a fairly broad signal area. We focus mostly on North Wellington, Southern Grey areas as our hub.
Excellent. If they have more questions as far as coming back to the golf tournament, if we're doing it next year, or supporting the radio station, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, they can call the station. Our office number is 519-509-0887, and they can always check out 887theriver.ca. That's where all the updates go.
Excellent. Of course, tune in.
Oh, listen, of course.
Of course.
You can listen at 88.7 FM. You can listen on our website, 887theriver.ca. You can listen to Radio Player Canada, which is a free downloadable app.
I've done that.
And there's 500 other stations, but you don't want those. You want ours. And you can listen on Wightman Television, Channel
Excellent.
503.
There you go.
Pause this, go there, just to make sure, and then come back.
Well, thank you very much for having this event. We're certainly excited at Crime Stoppers Guelph Wellington to be a part of it, and think it's been a great event and a great day. We've had some very happy golfers going through. So
just a little bit of liquid sunshine. Otherwise, it's been a fantastic day, and everybody's having fun. So
but none of us melted. We're good.
Yeah. Well, the marshmallows I haven't checked with them yet, but they may have melted.
Got spongy.
Did they?
Yeah, a little bit. But anyway, thank you very much, and we look forward to working with you again in the future.
Thanks for having me on.
I am joined by Myrna Hutchison, who's the chairperson of Get in Touch for Hutch. So nice to see you today.
Thank you, Sarah. Great to be here.
Let's talk about this event. This has been pretty exciting to be part of a golf tournament. I don't think, well, you've had other golf tournaments, but not really in this area.
No, we haven't actually. We were down Guelph Way the last time we had a tournament, so it's pretty exciting to be closer to home for sure.
Yeah. And you have such great support in Arthur and surrounding area, but really throughout Wellington County is where you serve, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We go where we're needed, and as often as people ask us to come out to their events, we try to get there for sure.
Right. So let's talk about what Get in Touch for Hutch is and what your service is, so people can understand if they've not heard of you before.
Sure. So we lost our son Stephen to suicide in 2013, and we didn't really get a chance to help him with whatever it was he was dealing with. So our mandate is to get out, connect with youth in the community, and allow them to try to find their voice so that they're okay with talking about whatever it is that they need to chat about.
And I know we've talked about this before, how there's such a generational shift that really older generations did not get into that topic. That was something that was really not discussed in a family.
Mm-hmm. And I won't even talk about the older generations because, when we started this journey 7 years ago, there was very little conversation happening about it, and I've been so pleased to watch it evolve over the last several years, and it's just been very powerful for us to be a part of this. And out of tragedy comes some good for us. It's very bittersweet, absolutely.
And that's a good way of putting it too, is you really couldn't advocate for this had you not gone through that tragedy, right? So being able to understand the work that you do and the involvement in the community, it sounds like from what Rob told us before that you'd be a logical connection for this type of event because you do give back to the community so much. The funds are being divided 4 ways. Do you have any plans for the funds raised for Get in Touch for Hutch?
Absolutely. There's a huge mental health strategy that's happening and underway right now called Here for Hope, and we're at the table for that. So what we want to do is just continue our work, create the vibration outward from all the good work that's happening there. And so our main goal is to work very closely with our partners at CMHA and get out into the community, offer some stuff around coping and just some much needed tools to deal with mental health concerns, and just do all we can for our youth in our community.
It's not just enough to have the conversation, it's also very much about the tools, as you say,
Yes.
So it's great to know that that's forthcoming. So if people want to learn more about your program and how to get involved, how can they reach you?
Our website address is getintouchforhutch.com. Email is getintouchforhutch@hotmail.com, and we do really just encourage everybody to get in touch for Hutch because that's really what Stephen would want us all to do.
Absolutely. Couldn't say it any better. Thank you so much, Myrna. It's been a joy working with you with this initiative.
Yeah.
And we hope that we'll get a chance to partner again because I think there's certainly opportunities there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
I am now joined by Mayor George Bridge for the town of Minto. Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Well, I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Well, we're having a lot of fun.
Is that code for the game's not quite where you want it to be?
No, I think the game's doing pretty good. Sue's been really bailing us out.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, she's been our hero. And,
so for people who aren't familiar with this format of play, we are at the River Classic, and the style of play is
a scramble. So everybody gets to hit the ball, and you take the best shot.
I like that. I think that's the way you should do everything in life.
I love this game this way.
You've come out to support 4 organizations today by golfing with us. Was there any particular motive for your coming out and golfing today?
No, other than the fact that they're 4 great charities, and the river has been so good to us. Having a local radio station really helps. It brings a lot of messages out there, so I wanted to support Rob.
Yeah.
I want to support Rob, and I know a lot of the people that are at this tournament all supported me at my tournament, so it's how.
That's right. You've got your own tournament that happens over the summer, so you actually get you're in good shape for this game.
Well, no. I should play more.
There you go. Well, we really appreciate the support from the town of Minto. And who is in your foursome today?
I have Ron Elliott, one of the councillors, and I have Dave Anderson, the county councillor, and my wife Susan.
Excellent. So we've got a good group, and you're having fun. Have you won any of the? We've got various games at some of the holes. Any success there?
No, we're leaving all the prizes for other people because we're not very stingy that way. We're just trying to beat the team ahead of us because that's the other Town of Minto team. So we're really trying to beat them.
And who's in that foursome?
Well, I've got Dave Turton, Chris Harrow, the CAO / fire chief, as we got him, and I've got Jeff Gunson, and who else? Oh, and Matt Lubers.
Oh, Matt, yes.
Yeah, so good group.
Excellent representation then from the town of Minto. We really appreciate that. And on behalf of Crime Stoppers Guelph Wellington, and we cover all of the city of Guelph and the county of Wellington, we appreciate the support that you're putting toward this event as well. So enjoy the rest of your game.
Thank you very much.
I am joined by Marianne Christie, who is the Executive Director for Big Brothers Big Sisters of North Wellington. Welcome to the golf tournament.
Hey, thank you.
So as far as golf tournaments go, do you have experience doing golf tournaments such as this?
Well, no, we haven't actually. We haven't partnered in a golf tournament like this before, but we were excited to do it today.
Yeah, great event. Certainly having new awareness in this area.
Yes.
Now, explain a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters. I know you just had a big rebranding, a launch of your branding.
Yes, we did do that. We did have a relaunch of our brand, so that is changing and has changed. But what we do is we offer mentoring services for children in the North Wellington part of the county, and we match children to adult role models, and it's a great program.
And a lot of people have heard of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah.
What kind of demand is there in a more rural area?
Well, there is definitely a demand. We have children that are waiting on the waiting list in our community match program as well as in school. We have children waiting there as well, so it's a great need.
So yeah, there's more than one program where people traditionally think of like a big brother, big sister partnering and doing evening or weekend activities. Explain maybe a little bit about the in-school mentoring.
Okay, well what that is, and actually this is perfect for anybody that's retired because it only takes about an hour a week. And the mentor would go into the school, meet with the child, they would do activities, usually not homework, because they're focusing on the child's and boosting the child's self-esteem so that when they
have some fun time together.
Absolutely. And when they return back to class, they feel good about themselves, they feel confident, and they do well in school.
That's an excellent idea to kind of give them that little boost during the school day. Terrific. Do you have any plans or initiatives earmarked for the funds raised from this particular event, or is it going to go toward ongoing programming?
Well, it'll definitely go on for ongoing programming. Yes.
Excellent. So you were out on the golf course today. What were you doing out on the golf course?
Well, we were at the fruit stand. So we had healthy fruits for all the participants and water, and it was just a really great day. We got to meet everybody out there and had a lot of fun.
Had some takers on that?
Oh, for sure.
Yes, and that was No Frills in Mount Forest that support us with that. A great option to have a healthy snack, especially when you're outdoors on a day like today. So the work you guys are doing in the community is outstanding, especially because it affects young people and it really helps them at a time when they're in desperate need. So if someone wants to get involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters North Wellington, how would they get in touch with you?
All they have to do is call our office at 519-323-4273, or you can visit our website as well on the internet, and you can apply that way.
Okay. And as far as like the time demands, can you give any idea of what people could expect if they want to volunteer?
If they want to volunteer, you can give at least an hour a week. up to 3 to 4 hours a week.
So it's fairly flexible then.
It's very flexible, and it really depends on the person that's volunteering. They can see their little sister or little brother once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on their schedule.
So really for anyone who's got some time that they want to get back to young people, maybe you've enjoyed spending time with young people, it's very flexible and it's certainly worth checking out.
Absolutely, very flexible. We can work with pretty well anybody's schedule.
It's been a pleasure working with you, and hopefully we have an opportunity to do so again in the future.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I am joined by MPP for Perth Wellington, Randy Pettipies. Thanks for coming out today.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I'm sure that you see in this coverage area that you represent a lot of fundraisers and a lot of community organizations.
Yeah, in fact, the last 3 or 4 weekends, this is what I've been doing, is going around to fundraisers and working with volunteers. And you know, we live in a great part of the country where if volunteers weren't here, a lot of things wouldn't get accomplished. But they always come out. They always join in these events and support them. So that's great.
Yeah, and that's the unique part about this tournament is that we have 3 organizations that have such unique and distinct initiatives. So it's great to see them come together. So you're joining us for dinner tonight, offering a couple of remarks?
Yeah, and like you say, with the organizations coming together, it's better to do that if you can instead of having 3 different events. And you know, because people do want to give to these organizations and support them, and to come to 3 different events might be just a little bit too much. So it's good that you're doing this, and congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you. I think it's kind of unique to this area too, and I know I don't have to tell you this because you're an advocate for the area for sure, but to see local small areas come together and do this kind of partnering is unique. You don't see this in larger centers.
No, you don't, and it's interesting too that most people know everybody here, which is the fun part I find about living in rural Ontario. Yeah, sometimes you go to cities and it's difficult to know everybody, and although they're great people, I'm not saying that they aren't, but it's just nice to come in here and shake hands with a bunch of people that you know already, and see that they're community minded too. So yeah.
That's a good point. I know from Crime Stoppers' perspective, one of our golfers today is also a sponsor who's also a board member representing, and of course Rob from 88.7 The River is also on our board of directors, and there's a number of people inside who have representation with these various groups together. So it's like you say, a small community and everybody bands together. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Well, you're quite welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
I am with Bill Nelson, who is our representative from Coldwell Banker today. How are you today?
Very good, thank you. Excellent.
Did I say it wrong?
No, you did it right.
I did it right, because we debated this off air. Okay.
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, we're very pleased to be able to be sponsors, not only of the River Classic in general, but the River radio station and all the charities and nonprofit organizations that they sponsor as well. It's just they're a great part of the community, and we've been a part of the community for 50 years, yeah. It's a really long time. I hate to say it, actually. But, yeah, it's been a great partnership with all the different organizations that do contribute to the social fabric of a community. And we all need everybody to participate. So I'm just happy and pleased to be part of this organization and my little small part in sponsorship.
Okay, let's just stop that, because it's not a small part. You were a whole sponsor. Explain how the whole sponsorship works.
Well, the whole sponsorship, we also the hole-in-one sponsorship.
Yes.
So $10,000,
yes.
yeah, $10,000 prize to anyone that got a hole-in-one, and actually it was a replay. If you got someone was lucky enough to get a second one, they got $5,000 as well. So
that's a pretty good day on the golf course.
It's a very good day for someone to get that for sure. And normally when someone gets a hole-in-one, they buy a round for the house. So you'll need this to sponsor for sure.
And you were also generous enough to sponsor the carts, so everyone could have an easy tour of the golf course today.
Well, we tried to do something, and it's everybody's got to make a contribution. I'm just happy to be in a position organization to be able to contribute to this organization and how they've made their donations and contribution to society in general, but our community in particular, but also organizations, the Crime Stoppers and the other ones that are sponsored through this golf tournament today. It's just it's been a great day and just a good corporate sponsor and community participant. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you 100%. And you're going to be my representative for all the sponsors here today. So on behalf of all of the partnering agencies here at the River Classic, we want to say thank you so much to all the corporate sponsors, because people think that, a lot of people have misconceptions about how Crime Stoppers is funded. These are all charitable organizations. They have to fundraise all the time. And were it not for organizations such as yours, there would be a real shortfall in funding to operate these programs. So thank you so much.
Well, as a spokesman for all the different hole sponsors, because having been part of this corporate community for so many years, fortunately, it's a long time. We have so many great companies and businesses and individuals within our community that make these things possible.
Absolutely.
And make the organizations and fund them, as you said, Sarah. It's just it's a great community to be involved with, and there are many great communities throughout Ontario. But I do have to say,
You're a little biased.
I'm a little biased, yeah.
That's right. Well, again, thank you so much for supporting, and perhaps we'll see you next year.
I'm 100% positive you'll see me next year.
Okay.
100%. Okay. Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you to Wightman for the Wightman is such an integral part of our small communities, and I cannot not mention, by stumbling my words here, at the participation and the involvement that Wightman has in our communities.
Absolutely.
They are such a community-based. I knew late Ray Wightman and the Wightman family, and they're great people. They're community people, and without organizations like that, man, we just would not survive. So it's a group effort, and we're all just a little part of it. So I'm happy to be a little part of it too.
There you go. We'll just have Bill come out and he can just talk about everything to do with corporate sponsorship. No, thank you. I agree 100% about Wightman. Absolutely.
Well, absolutely, because I mean, they're our voice in the community, and they've spread their influence through many different communities in small town Ontario, and they really do champion the causes of so many really worthwhile causes like Crime Stoppers and other organizations, but also form a great service to our communities, the rural communities, through their wireless system and through their fiber optics. They're just a good family-oriented company. I can't say enough for Wightman. So a little plug for Wightman. It's not a paid endorsement. It's just a heartfelt.
From the heart.
It is just straight from the heart, for sure.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
This is women, I guess, Kristen McCutcheon. She'll take over some of that. We have post and hold for the men, Bruce Murray. The most fun award in the longest marshmallow drive goes to Scott. few more awards here. We have an award for the best score. That would be a team of Wesley Pros. Cross Pros. Wesley? Troy and Scott. Score 61 was the best score. 61. Now we have the most honest score. This would be for the young team. Brody, Tyler, Brian, and Jeff. You guys want to go to the we have one more speaker I almost forgot. Myrna has to send, of course, from Get in Touch with Hutch. She was our third partner in this day. Start to eat, I want to introduce Sarah Smith back in the corner. If you want to hang out. And I think that's all I wanted to say. What I want to do though is have you give yourselves a big hand.
Rob! Most honest.
Let's go afterwards.
As you can see, there are some amazing organizations that are going to benefit from the River Classic this year. You've met Get in Touch for Hutch, 88.7 The River, Big Brothers Big Sisters of North Wellington, and of course, Crime Stoppers Guelph Wellington. For anyone who's not familiar with our organization, we are a not-for-profit charitable organization. We take information that leads to an arrest through one of two ways, 1-800-222-TIPS if you'd like to call by phone, and if you want to go online, it's csgw.tips. Both are completely anonymous and confidential, and if your information leads to an arrest, you could be eligible for a cash reward of up to $2,000. Fundraisers such as this golf tournament are necessary to ensure that we have enough money to run the program as well as pay tips to rewards. We want to say thank you to everyone who came out today, including our sponsors, our hole sponsors, our program sponsors, as well as the golfers who took time to join us on the course. It's a little damp a couple times, but I think we had a good time. If you want to join in on the fun and either be a sponsor or a golf participant next year, check out our website at csgw.tips or listen to 88.7 The River for more information.